Hello, welcome back to IMH Language School. This is Teacher Pooh. This is episode 2 of Learning Business English with me. All right. Just like episode 1, we'll use British Council's Learn English website, Business English. We're looking at Business Magazine. And today's topic is building trust. Okay. First, we'll have a look at some preparation task first. Trust is an essential ingredient for successful teamwork. In any relationship, in any organization, we cannot we cannot work together without trust. Okay, so building trust is important. Okay, and how can we avoid misunderstandings and build strong professional relationships? Okay, let's do the preparation task. We have words and definitions. We have to match them. Okay. All right. We have 8 items. Okay. Working together with another person. Okay. All right. So that's gonna be collaboration. Okay. Next one. To develop a close connection. Okay. That's be bonding with someone. An amount of money given. Okay. That's scholarship. Okay. To speak too proudly about what you have done, that will be to boast. It means to speak too proudly. Okay, it's like you're showing off. A person who is receiving training, okay, that's gonna be a trainee. In the care of someone who is able to do something well, okay, in good hands, okay. The ability to do something well, that competence. I really love that word. Competence, okay. And so the last one is to lack. So, all right, how many score do we have? Yes, we got 8 out of 800. Okay, now let's read it. Successful business requires collaboration and teamwork. For a team relationship to work well, we need high level of trust. But how can we build trust? But how we build trust can differ from person to person, culture to culture. Becoming aware of this can help us see how to improve trust and trust with people we work with. So, building trust depends on individuality and also depends on the culture that we're working together with. Okay? And this can from a personal experience. Okay, let's look at it. One Valeria first met her international clients. She tried to bond with them by telling them about her family and her parenting style. She showed them photos of her children in her phone. Her client felt that her behavior was unprofessional and it was difficult for them to trust her. Okay, that was quite an interesting perspective because this is a business meeting setting, and Valeria, she tried to have a good relationship with them. Okay, talking about her personal experience and personal uh, stories. Okay, but on the other hand, her clients didn't really feel comfortable listening to these stories because they are here to make business. And okay, so that's one story. During a team building exercise, employees at the British firm were asked to share some personal facts. Kelly wanted to make a good impression of her new colleagues. She talked about how she was the top student of her year at high school and how she won a scholarship at university. The following day, her colleagues spoke to each other about how uncomfortable they felt about her boasting. Okay, so now this is from a British farm. Okay, Kelly thought she had to make a good impression from her new colleagues. So she talked about how uh, excellent she was at college, high school. Okay, but it was not quite easy for the listeners. Okay, her colleagues. Next one. On the first day of a course, trainer David came to rest assure his new training that they were in good hands. He talked enthusiastically about the big corporation he had previously worked in and the famous client he had trained. He mentioned the good feedback he received and the showed results he was able to provide for his client. The participants on the training course found this information boring and irrelevant. They wanted him to begin the training and not waste time talking about his previous achievement. Okay. There's also another story of a trainer trying to make sure that his trainee feel uh, confident in him. He wanted to make sure that he's good, but it was not necessary, okay, from the point of view of trainees, okay. So why did this happen? There are many ways of building trust, and the approach we choose might depend on the relationship we are building, the culture we are used to, and our personal preferences. Okay. However, if the methods we choose do not match the expectation of the people around us, it can lead to misunderstanding and negative assessments, right? So we have to choose the approach carefully when we interact with people, especially if we want to build trust. Okay. Let's consider different approaches to building trust. Arthur and the speaker Richard suggest there are two main components of trust: character and competence. One way of building trust is to show that we are caring, fair, open, and honest human being. In other words, we can build trust by showing our character. Another way to build trust is to let others know we are capable, experienced, and have achieved excellent results. This way of building trust emphasizes our competence. Okay, so there are two ways: by showing our character, how reliable we are, and then two, how skillful or competent we are. Okay, it can be a useful exercise to analyze specific work relationship in terms of character competence model. Okay, you might think about the type of trust your relationship has and the type of trust your relationship lacks. In order to see how you can develop, many of us use both approaches depending on the context. For example, in a job interview, we might focus on establishing trust by demonstrating our competence through work experience. When we are working with a team, we might prioritize showing our character to form close professional relationships. By becoming aware of the context and how our conversation partner are responding to our trust building efforts, we can adapt the way we build trust to better suit them. Okay. We have to look at the situations based on the context of the situation we are given in. We need to act. And also, again, since this paragraph mentioned about showing our character, we have to show them, not tell like, okay, I'm good, I'm reliable, I'm honest. Nobody will believe that. So it's not just talk. We have to walk the talk. Okay. Finally, when working at new professional relationships, it's important to remember that there is no correct way to build trust. Making quick judgment about the speaker, like Valeria's client, Kelly new colleagues, and David trainee did, could stop developing trust and damage our chances of forming positive relationship instead. If we assume the best intention behind what is being said or are generous in our judgment of other people, we create positive conditions for building trust at work. Okay. So the most important thing is we shouldn't be making quick judgment about the speaker. Give them time, give them a chance, to tell what they want to tell. Okay. And it should go vice versa. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's try talks 2. Okay, so we have to write the correct form of the word in brackets. The first one is collaborate. Okay, trust is very important for effective teamwork. And okay, collaboration. Okay, people think it is unprofessional to share too much of personal information. Okay. David Trainee were not impressed when we talk enthusiastically about his previous feedback and results. People can have different expectations about how to build trust at work. When people have different expectations, it can lead to misunderstandings. Okay. One way to build trust is to let people know about your past achievements. Okay. In a different context, we might prioritize. Okay, we might, is it right? No. Okay, spelling check. Yes, prioritize. To give ourselves the best chances of building lasting trust, we should avoid making quick judgment. Okay, about other people. Okay, let's check. Oh, okay. All right. Got one incorrect. I think spelling, is it? Okay, show answer. Oh, yes. SE and SE. Okay. It's all right. Okay. Okay, let's do this one as well. Okay, talks one. Cultural differences can mean that people are trying to picture a different way. True. Valeria Hope talking about her private life. Okay. Yeah, that's what she thought. Kelly, colleague, thought she was lying. Not really. They didn't think that way. They thought she was boasting too much. Okay. And David started talking about his in order to waste time. Not really. He wanted to uh, give assurance to his trainees. He didn't want to waste time. When people are used to different ways of building track. Yeah, it's true. Richard argues the only real way to build track is to not really. We can show our character and also competence. Not the only way. Okay. You should be confident with your trust building style and not worry about. Not really. We have to. I think so. We should remember that people usually want to do good. Okay. Yes. Ta-da. Okay, we got 8 out of 8. Okay. All right. So that's all for today. And I'll meet you in my episode 3. Bye bye.